Hey guys, it's Autumn here, and today we are doing a redraw. I actually don't have a video for this piece, at least one that hasn't, I don't know how to phrase this. I know what I mean, but I don't know how to say it. I drew this in a sketchbook before I started doing art on YouTube. How about that? There's the words I was looking for. So she doesn't really have a name. I just kind of call her the Santa Hat Girl. She is simply put a girl in a Santa hat and a Christmas dress. And I did a drawing of her in November of last year. I believe it was November 11th. And I really liked the drawing at the time. I thought it was some of my best work up to that point. And it was just something that made me really happy and I was proud. So I decided to go back and redraw this piece and see how I feel about it now. I went back and I looked at it. It's in one of my first sketchbooks from when I started drawing last year, at least drawing more regularly, and I realized that her proportions were a bit off. I didn't like the way her face was drawn anymore, and I just wanted to fix it and make her look a little bit more lively. One of the things that I didn't care for so much in the newer drawing, though, is the way that I went about her, like the white parts on her hat. In the original, I used like a peachy, pinky tone to kind of outline the edges and shade it, and in this one, I just went with the purple that I've been using to shade, and I don't care for it as much. I definitely think I want to redo this piece again next year around this time, and maybe if I end up getting Copics for Christmas, I will be able to shade it with a gray tone instead and make it look more how I envisioned it. So this piece was done mostly in Copic, and with one Ohuhu marker that I had because I don't have a gray Copic marker, or else I definitely would have used that. It took me so long to color in her shirt. I used the chisel end of the Ohuhu marker and it took forever. I went over it probably about 4 times to make sure the entirety of the shirt was the same color and there was no streaks. And going back and looking at it, there's still some streaks. It's obnoxious, but I will live until I can get more markers. So she originally had brown hair about this length, and in the original piece she didn't have ears and her face was a little wonky. So in this one I wanted to make sure she had ears and make her look a little more realistic and not so circular and blobby. Because if you guys have seen some of my earlier videos, such as the Winter Girl piece, which I will also be doing a redraw of, that will be our first video together next year. And let's see, what other pieces did I do originally? There's a few of them that I drew when I first started doing art, and it's just their heads are mostly circular, and it's not very nice to look at. Stylistically, at least for me. I definitely know I can do better now. So there's a few pieces I definitely want to revisit. I probably won't do them all initially, but at some point over the next year I definitely want to. This piece though, I wanted to revisit because it has been a year since I've done this. It's been a year since I've decided to take up art again, and it's one of those things where I feel like I need to prove to myself that I have improved, and this is one of the ways that I can. The only way I feel like I haven't improved is with my liner. I feel like my liner is shakier now, and it's just not as nice looking as it was originally. But I feel like that also has to do with, when I look at some of my older pieces, I'm very fluid in the way that the anatomy is. I don't care if it's right or not. I don't care if her hand is the right size. I don't care how the body looks. As long as it looks like a person and I like what I'm getting across, then it was fine. Now I want my proportions to be perfect. I want the facial features to be perfect. I want the hand to be the right size. And I feel that in my quest to do better, I ended up losing some of the fluidness in my art. The part that I really enjoyed when I originally started drawing again. I think that I definitely need to take a step back from the perfectionist in me and kind of go and say, listen, you don't have to be perfect. As long as you like a piece, even if it doesn't look quite right, if you like the design, if you like the character, then just leave it. Let it be. Don't let what other people think is right be right for you. Whether or not I will actually follow that, I don't know, but I would very much so like to try that over my Christmas break, which is actually coming up. I'm recording this on November 30th, and this, I believe, is going up on December 2nd. So that just shows you how far ahead I am on recording. This is normally how far ahead I record, by the way. It's usually about 2 days, so I have time to render, make sure I didn't mess anything up, and then have time to upload, so. But, would you guys like to see me just kind of doodle more, try and be looser, or do you prefer these more finished pieces? Because I tried to do a sketching video, and it didn't seem that well taken, so I don't know if I'd like to try it again quite yet, but soon. And are there any holiday theme things you'd like to see me do? Any specifics? I've noticed that the D&D video about my character Alexandra and the video from my Saratoga Comic-Con did very well, so I'm just curious to see what you guys think is the best choice of action content-wise. What are you guys interested in seeing? Would you like to see another video about D&D characters? Because I'm actually working on another piece for our campaign right now. Or would you like to see more fan art? So like Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. What are you guys interested in seeing me do? Because I will do what I like, but I'm also curious in doing things that you guys would like to see. There's a couple little challengey videos that I definitely would like to do and that I'm getting ready to put together the filming for. So if there's any challenges you'd like to see me do, just let me know. I am honestly open to doing almost anything at this point, just to see what it could be done and what's new. I could even go and revisit, gouache, because I know I haven't done that in a very long time, and that probably would not be a bad thing to do. But yeah, so just let me know. I would like to keep a discussion going. So, tell me what your favorite video is that I've done and why it was your favorite. What part of it did you enjoy? What part of it made the experience good for you? And I would like to try and replicate some of those things. Something that makes the video more entertaining. Do you want to see a different editing style? Do you want to see a different art style in general? Would you like to see what other ways I can draw or change my style for a bit? But yeah, I have a challenge coming up actually that I am intending to record and share with you guys as soon as it's done. It's a week-long challenge, so it'll probably only be compressed into a video. If you'd like to see one video or one or two videos, I can always do that as well. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Sorry I got kind of rambly at the end here, just kind of thinking and seeing what I'd like to do. And yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone!
Hey guys, if you like this video, be sure to check out another one over there, and if you want to see the full playlist for this series, check out over here. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone!